back to another episode of Inside Gaming Extended Preview. I'm joined by Matt Danovic.
Yo.
And we're checking out some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 footage. I have never seen this before.
Yeah, I've seen it because this is actually my gameplay, so go easy on me.
You're pro. Like and subscribe and favorite, please. It really helps Matt out.
It does a lot.
He's going to 360 no-scope here. If you like 360 no-scopes, please like. But no seriousness, you did some journalism.
I did. This is from a press event a couple weeks ago. Where they basically showed us more multiplayer stuff. It was actually the second press event where they showed more multiplayer stuff and talked a bit about zombies. Right now we're looking at a gameplay in a game type called Hardpoint, which they were trying to say is new, but you will see that it is pretty much just headquarters. This is a new map. I forget which one it's called. Well, they're all new maps, but I forget which one this is. It's, again, fitting in kind of the style of Black Ops style maps where there's a lot of entry points, but it's pretty small and just kind of almost like a figure eight in a lot of ways.
So, I'm a little hazy. Headquarters, was that the one where you hold points, or there's like an objective? What are you supposed to do exactly? Or what is the objective in Hardpoint?
So, basically, in Hardpoint, there is a point that goes up that's neutral, and you guys spawn, but basically there are two spawns. And you spawn at opposite sides, and as you see, you rush to try to control it. And so if you have only your guys within that point, you control it, and then you get more points during that time. In the first,
I remember playing that. So
250, yeah.
Yeah, so why change the name? That seems...
I don't know. I mean, perhaps there are different, like, bonus points or things moving to it. I would imagine it's probably the scoring system is a little different.
Right.
As you'll see though, spoiler, this one does not go the distance because it is due to the kind of small nature of this map. There's a lot of killing going on. A lot of killing.
What was the setup here? 8 on 8?
I believe, it's 6 on 6.
And this was you and other journalists, or did they bring in the hardcore Hutches and Nanners of the world?
It was me, other journalists, and then also some Treyarch employees. So it was actually pretty stiff competition because little journalistic secret. While I am not the best FPS or gamer necessarily in the world, generally journalists are garbage. Are fucking garbage. And
it makes our lives easier.
Yeah, it feels so great at press events because you are just come on.
What did you throw at the guy that decided to take a nap, and why didn't he die? Was that just an EMP grenade?
Yeah, that was the EMP grenade, which is great because it can act as both a mine and a grenade. So if it's in the middle of if it's right next to an enemy, it will go off immediately. So it's actually kind of almost better than a grenade because it has sort of the effect of being cooked, or it can be a stun sort of Claymore-ish type device.
Now, Treyarch's kind of known in the sides of Infinity Ward versus Treyarch, sort of thing, that their map design tends to be on the better side, or more polished. Was that the vibe you were getting at this event?
Yeah, I was loving these maps, to be completely honest. This one is a little bit. There are some kind of areas or nests where you could definitely camp. Like this spot, I decided to camp, though I have basically their version of the AK now. So you see I got 9 hit markers in that guy and didn't kill him. Which also Treyarch famous for beefier, you have to really hit a guy to kill him, except there when I died.
Yes. Overall, I'm noticing, I mean, we've seen it before, but we see the UI, we see the loadouts, which changes every year. Were you able to pick up on it pretty easy? Is it simpler? Is it more complicated?
Honestly, it's really intuitive. I liked it a lot. Pick 10 gives you a lot of variety. Depending on the map, I had a bunch of classes. Like, in fact, this one is one of their pre-mades, but I had one class where I had no throwables at all. And I had two or three attachments on my main gun. Like, you could totally go out and just go completely crazily spec'd. Missed out on that double kill. Bullshit. You could go crazily spec'd with just perks and your main gun and be completely viable. It really depends on the map and what the game type and what type you're trying to do.
That was the thing that actually really, when they did that first trailer and they showed that ability where you could basically just run naked at one point. It's like knife only. Like you could really be the only use me blade, where that is your one and only choice. Like that scene, you think they're still going to be able to have balance in the game? Like that's still going to work, being able to work within those parameters?
I think definitely there are going to be, there, as with almost any game, there are going to be, a couple of archetypes that are just sort of favored that are automatically there. However, one thing that I was worried about when they were talking about Pick 10 and things like that, and granted, I only got to play like 4 hours or so of multiplayer, and didn't really get to experiment. But what I was really afraid of was that the Pick 10 was going to just be a great tool for someone to exploit the game, really break it. And from what I can tell thus far, it's looking pretty balanced, actually. It is looking like, it's more rather than just a tool that destroys everything, it's the right tool for the right job. Really kind of that rock, paper, scissory mechanic that makes for good balance in a good game.
Now, one of the things I noticed with the map, this is the only map you played, or you got to play some other ones?
I played 3 maps.
You don't have to spoil anything, because,
they've actually been out.
Okay, good. Okay, so they've been announced. My only question is, this has kind of been bugging me since Modern Warfare 3. It's just all the maps kind of look the same with this overly destroyed feel, and one of the things I loved about Black Ops was they had some really cool maps where it's like, buildings were still intact.
Yeah.
Is there anything like that? Like something that's not just a post-World War III building? There is stuff like that.
In fact, actually, this is the only map that's the overly destroyed map that I actually played on. One is is basically in Los Angeles in the fabled completed light rail system in here.
It's definitely sci-fi.
It's very sci-fi, and it actually was my favorite map of the 3 that I played. It had a lot of good lanes, a lot of interesting lines of sight, and just a lot. It encouraged people to move really well.
Now, this is probably a question that's been answered, but you bring up the interesting thing about the time period. We have seen that the game does, from the single player perspective, flop between going from like 1985, like Afghanistan, to like future shooter stuff, because it is the Black Ops throughout the time, the history of time. Is multiplayer going to be exclusively in the future, or will there be like a throwback mode where it's going to just be like bare bones guns and stuff?
As far as I can tell, it's pretty much exclusively in the future. All the basically all the point streaks, all the attachments, all the weapons appear to be in every mode that I see. So, it would be kind of hard to explain a flock of remote control unmanned drones that explode on people, in 1985. I
think they could just strip it away. I'm going to call it a missed opportunity.
Or, well, hey, it may be, a variant of hardcore. They were also really pushing the fact that custom games are even more customizable now. So I imagine in a way you could do somewhat of a version of that. However, even some of the guns, like I said, I had that one a while ago that was, it was basically, it was the AK-47, but it was sort of their interpretation of what a future production one on that was. Ooh, and there I got Predator missiled.
I just saw a lot of lights and things exploded, which I guess that's why a lot of kids love this goddamn series, right?
Well, the thing is the point streaks, there are a lot of them, and you can. Bad move. Yeah, a little late.
I was watching that like an eagle. You were just off by a little meter there.
The point streaks and things like that are, people are worried that it's going to be like Modern Warfare, where there's just a billion things flying in the air and stuff. One of the things that I took away from it is hard to get a point streak. The points are sufficiently difficult in order to make it. Those upper end point streaks are actually quite an achievement and are going to be a while. You aren't going to have 9 things flying in the air at once. Like, in fact, I had just gotten the UAV right then for the first time.
Are they going to do anything? This is something that Modern Warfare 3 kind of introduced with having the like kind of a support class, being able to actually get points and work your way up without having have to be Senior Commando trying to get a Moab the entire time.
Right.
Is that? I mean, is there anything that rewards actual teamwork, or is it all just more? Is Black Ops 2 a lot more of the just run and gun, get as many kills as I can, I'm in it for myself, screw everyone else?
I mean, there still is that because it is a Call of Duty game. But basically, it's you can get your point streaks can help. You can get points for that when people kill through your UAV. You can do it. I don't know. It seems like they give you a lot of ways to do that. And finally, for once, for some reason, even though I was winning a lot, I was always the last kill cam. Thank God that one I wasn't.
Well, the game is shaping up well from what I've seen. I am optimistic because it is Treyarch. I think they're going to step it up.
Yep.
And I really did enjoy the multiplayer for Black Ops. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait to dolphin dive again.
Yeah.
With Sir Dives a lot and do some crazy live stream business. Anyway, Matt, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
For more Black Ops 2 information, check out the blog at InsideGamingDaily.com.
Bye. Rad. I think that worked out well.
I think so too. Bienvenidos, Inside Gaming Latino, Queero.
AI Galera Bem-vindos de Alga Brasil.
E aí, galera, bem-vindos ao Machinima Brasil.
Bienvenidos a Machinima Latino.
Mm-hmm.